Knoxville to take on the 6th-ranked University of Tennessee Volunteers. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Thompson Bowling Arena. I'm Randy Smith along with Steve Hamer. Always a great one when Tennessee and Memphis get together in basketball, Steve.
Always a great one. I tell you what, Memphis is 2-4 right now. Throw the records out. This is going to be a great matchup. The guys from the West against the guys from the East are going to meet right in the middle, Randy.
All right, before we throw the records out, let's take a look at them. Tennessee 6-0 on the year. All 5 of those 6 have come here at Thompson Bowling Arena, starting with Chattanooga, East Tennessee, Wisconsin, a Final 14 from a year ago, then Austin Peay, Asheville, and then a 1-point win at West Virginia. Tennessee came from 10 down at the half to win that game.
Big win for the Tennessee Volunteers, very big win. They played lackluster competition thus far with the exception of Wisconsin. They beat up on them early and late. They had a big win Saturday. Again, a big game tonight against Memphis.
Memphis may be the best 2-4 team of the country. Let's look at who they have lost to. Temple, Stanford, Utah, and Arkansas, all top 25 teams. Sandwich, Steve, around wins over Miami of Ohio and UT Martin. This is a tough luck basketball team.
Again, I say throw the records out because if you look at the schedule and you look at their wins and losses, they've lost by an average of 5 to 7 points. They're going to get up, and they're really going to get up for this game, especially with Tony Harris being from the state. Hey, it's going to be a great basketball game.
All right, let's talk about that. John Calipari, in his first year as head coach of Memphis, will have to contend with 2 Memphis natives on this Tennessee roster, Tony Harris and Terrence Woods.
Talking to Tony Harris before the game, he's looking for a very, very big basketball game. You see the guys concentrating. He's ready to play tonight. Didn't have a great game last year. He's going to make up for it tonight against Memphis.
And, of course, there's Terrence Woods. He can really light it up from the outside and hurt Memphis up there last year.
Hurt him very much last year and was the savior this past game against West Virginia with a big, big 3 in the final minutes of the game. So look for him to have a breakout game as well.
Memphis does not have the depth that Tennessee has, but they have Kelly Wise, who scores a lot of points.
Kelly Wise scores them in bunches. He averages 17 points a game. Look for this guy to have a breakout game as well. These guys, face it, don't like each other. Matter of fact, there was a fight last year. Who knows? Could be another one this year.
Stay with us. We'll be back with the tip-off in just a moment as Tennessee takes on Memphis. And Woods starting lineups for tonight's game. A freshman in the backcourt for Memphis, Scooter McFadden, 6'5" freshman right out of Memphis. Courtney Trask in the backcourt with him, a 6'3" sophomore. And in the middle, Madibo Diarra, who is from West Africa, gets the start. Shannon Foreman along with Kelly Wise. We've talked about him for Tennessee. John Higgins in the backcourt, Tony Harris, big Charles Hathaway, who's been a big, pleasant surprise for Coach Jerry Green, Isaiah Victor, and, of course, Vincent Yarborough, the 6'7" junior from Cleveland, Tennessee, gets the start at a forward spot. And when you talk about surprises, let's talk about Charles Hathaway, the big guy who saw, I guess, limited playing time last year, has come on and make not only a contribution, but he's getting the start tonight.
Well, you talk about a big surprise. We're talking about a 270-pound surprise here, Randy. Big surprise. You know what? Talking to Jerry Green before the season, he was very much so looking for somebody to step up and play the middle with the lack of CJ in the paint. Charles Hathaway has to have a big year for these guys to go as far as they did and farther than they did last year.
Now, the Volunteers, you mentioned it at the top of the program tonight, there was a bit of fisticuffs, 4 ejections, 3 Memphis players ejected last year about this time. Tennessee had a very physical type game where they had to control their tempers at West Virginia, and that might help them a bit tonight against Memphis.
I think it's going to help a lot because, face it, these teams get up and down the floor on a regular basis, but tonight it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a power battle, power struggle outside and inside for both teams tonight. And as you mentioned last year, hey, Randy, we were down there. It was like WWF down there last year.
Tennessee leads the series 9-5. The Volunteers have won the last 4. And in the last 3, and you mentioned this earlier, they've won by a total of 8 points. Tennessee, and 2 of those 3 wins have come from 13 down and 15 down last year in Memphis to post wins over the Tigers.
They really struggled early last year in the basketball game, especially in the first half. And with the fight, as we Coach John Calipari, tell you what, that guy's a great basketball coach, by the way. They struggled, and fortunately enough, they came back to make some big buckets last year in the game.
Calipari, of course, at UMass, later in the NBA for about, 4 years, maybe with New Jersey, and then now he's taken over at Memphis. Jerry Green, in his 4th year as head coach of the Volunteers, has them off to a 6-0 start. And Tennessee, of course, has played 5 of their 6 games so far this season here in the friendly confines of Thompson Bowling Arena. There you see Coach Green's record, 73-25.
You know, Randy, with the hiring of John Calipari, I was questioning whether or not he could fit in the Southern style type basketball, but apparently he's doing well. He's recruited well so far. He's got some good basketball players from the city, and he's doing a good job.
Well, if he can fit in at, or if Rick Pitino can fit in at Kentucky, Calipari can fit in at Memphis. No question. All you got to do is eat some of those ribs, man, over at the Rendezvous. Wonder how many times he's been there. Our official is Andre Patello. There's Andre with a whistle in his mouth, ready to go. Tip by Victor. Harris controls. The Volunteers get the basketball first here against Memphis. Harris works to Higgins. They tried to drop it down low to Hampton.
I see they're a bigger basketball team than I expected. They're stronger than what we saw last year, or that's the early indication.
Trask out front now for Memphis. He's a sophomore from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Directs the offense. The corner, Kelly Wise travels. So neither team has been able to get off a shot. They each have one unforced turnover.
Both teams are going to have some nerves here early. You're going to see a couple turnovers and a couple bad shots, but when both teams reach their rhythm and reach their peak, we'll start to play them.
Isaiah Victor drops it off to Harris in the corner. Harris has to clear it out and work now. They're almost 40 seconds into the basketball game. No score. Neither team has gotten a shot off. And that will stay that way because Hathaway throws it away as he looked for Victor down on the block. 2 turnovers for Tennessee in the first. 25 seconds.
2 turnovers for Charles Hathaway early. You'd like to see your big man kind of be the stabilizer in the paint and not make those type of mistakes early.
Trask works on the block. They threw it away as well. So another one.
Randy, I think you and I got a shot out here right now. What do you think?
You might have. My shooting days are over, partner. Tony Harris against Courtney Trask. No score, just underway from Knoxville. Glad to have you with us tonight on CSS. Yarborough with a fake, baseline, the fake again, the jumper, in and out. Tip no good. Rebounded by Kelly Wise. Here comes the Tigers.
Good hustle by Isaiah Victor trying to crash the much late. Good hustle.
Foreman, nice drop by Kelly Wise. Blocked by Hathaway. Wise got it back, rejected by Yarborough.
That's what you want your big guy to do right there. Talk about being a stabilizer in the post.
Courtney Trask off that left hand. It's short. Knocked out of bounds. Who touched it? Memphis. So the Volunteers get the ball back with 18-17 to go in the first half. Still no score.
You know, Randy, we're just going to wait to see which team settles down first. You know, I think that's going to be a big key. You always talk about the first 5 minutes of every half. Which team is going to settle down first?
Tony Harris settles down and rips a 3. And the Volunteers take a 3-0 lead. Almost a steal. Who touched it? It'll belong to Tennessee. John Higgins with a great defensive play knocked it off the leg of Scooter McFadden.
That's what makes Tennessee good. They score the bucket. They put defensive pressure on you, make you turn it over.
3 turnovers down low. Yarborough spinning, shooting, firing over Foreman. Swish.
Great shot, Vincent Yarborough.
Offensive foul. Another turnover. That's 4 as the Volunteers put a lot of heat on the Tigers as they bring it in.
Well, it's got to be frustrating for the Memphis Tigers. You look around, and it seems like they got 10 white jerseys on the floor, so it's got to be very frustrating early.
Tennessee plays it in. Victor back out to Tony Harris. He directs the offense. 5-0 Tennessee. Harris drives to Yarborough. Yarborough in the lane. Runner is good. Count it plus the foul. Vincent Yarborough with his 4th point. Courtney Trask gets his 2nd foul for Memphis.
See, that's why Vincent's a good basketball player. He's becoming more well-rounded. Last year, he would have taken the 3-point shot. As you can see here, he puts the little head fake up, goes in, gets the hoop in the horn.
Yarborough looking for his 5th point. Tennessee's opened up a quick 7-0 lead. And when I say quick, they didn't score anything until over a minute into the game. In the next minute, they've scored 8 points.
Tell you what's also good, Vincent Yarbrough knocked down a free throw there. He has not been shooting free throws well as of late.
McFadden 2-on-2, pull-up jumper, off, no good. Higgins saves the rebound out to Tony Harris. The Volunteers push it now, 3-on-3. Harris out front.
Good decision. Good decision for Tony Harris.
In years past, Tony would have taken it to the hole. This is the three. McFadden with a rebound.
Not so good decision there, but to take the three there when he settled his team down.
Wise off the glass, tip no good. Somebody's going over the back. That somebody is Modibo Diarra. That's his first foul as he crashes on top of Charles Hathaway of Tennessee.
A couple of years ago, I was reading an article that Diarra did not speak a word of English. Now he speaks it as his third language. Why can't we be like that, man? I'll tell you.
Well, we can. We just don't know the words. Memphis yet to score. Over 3 minutes into the game. Yarbrough puts it on the floor, drives and hits. Yarbrough now with 7. Tennessee's got 10. And 7 straight for Vincent Yarbrough. Draws a timeout from John Calipari. 16:45 to go here in the first half. And Tennessee has opened up a 10-0 lead over the Memphis Tigers. And Vincent Yarbrough has yet to really have that, what you call a breakout game, be on his way.
He's on his way. As you mentioned before, he scored 7 in a row. And, you know, therefore, a while in the beginning, we were worried he wasn't going to be a scorer. You know, this guy's come in, he's taking it to the hole. He's doing the things that he has to do. Great move here, kept his pivot foot, took the guy to the hole, but not only taking him to the hole, he took the hoop and the horn. Taking the contact. Great job by Vincent Yarbrough.
7 points, 3 out of 4 from the floor, as well as a free throw and a three-point play for Vincent Yarbrough. The other 3 points belonging to Tony Harris. As John Calipari says, hey, we better talk about this before it gets way out of hand.
And he did a good job by calling the timeout just to settle his team down. Still early, 16:45 left. They got time to get back in this game, of course. But, you know, Randy, I liken this game to last year's game when Memphis jumped out on Tennessee early and Tennessee had to battle back late.
Memphis has turned the ball over 4 times, 0 for 4 from the floor. Well, that tells you Tennessee's playing some pretty tough defense early.
They're playing great defense early, but more so than anything, they're playing on Memphis' end of the floor early. They're making them turn the ball over before they even get it across the 10-second line. Doing a great job of putting pressure on them and making them make quick decisions, and they're not doing a good job of it right now.
There was a report that Marcus Hayslip was ill and was not going to play tonight.
I think they need Marcus Hayslip. He has come into his own. You know, from what I've heard the players say, he's like the second strongest guy on the team, which is, it's kind of hard to believe. It's kind of hard to believe.
Tennessee still with their starting 5 on the floor. Memphis still looking for point number 1 in the ballgame. Kelly Wise with us now. Chiron Chapman is in the ballgame now for Memphis. John Calipari goes to a blocked and fouled. It's either going to be Victor or Hathaway. We'll see who gets it.
We're going to give him half a foul apiece.
Isaiah Victor gets all of that one. That's his first.
Okay. Well, you know, it's a good job by the Memphis guy taking it to the hole strong. But, you know, he's going to meet some adversity there into the basket in the name of Charles Hathaway.
Well, with 2 guys on you, you can try the head fake and get it blocked anyway, or you can take it to the hole knowing it's not going to go in and get you free throw.
That's what he did. You know, it's a good job of going to the hole strong.
Shannon Foreman's second shot is there. It's 10-2. Memphis' first 2 points of the game come from the free throw line.
A little pressure of their own from Memphis.
Yarbrough into the front court now for Tennessee. He has 7 of Tennessee's 10 points. 7 straight. Yarbrough again. He's hacked and fouled, and Yarbrough's going to get 2 shots.
You know, you talk about a guy getting into the zone. He's well on his way. I mean, you know, he's got that cool and calm demeanor right now, and he's just kind of, you know, going along at his own pace and going to the basket.
Shannon Foreman, who hit the free throws a moment ago, gets his first foul for the Tigers, and Yarbrough, who is 1 for 1 from Charity Lane, goes back for 2 more. Got the shooter's roll. 8 points for Yarbrough. 11-2, the Tennessee lead.
I noticed that Yarbrough's wearing the different shoes from everyone else, so maybe it could be a breakout game because of the shoes.
That one misses. The rebound by Kelly Wise, who leads this team in scoring and rebounding. almost an over and back. Chapman tossed it. Nice job by McFadden to save it. On the block, Foreman this time puts it up. Count it. The foul on Vincent Yarborough. Finally hauled in by Victor. Victor and Harris got a 2-on-2. Harris, quick three, switch. It's a 2.
That's a mighty tough shot with a hand in his face.
Harris with 5, 13-4 the lead, and there's a blocking foul against John Higgins of Tennessee.
Good idea by John Higgins to get there alertly before the guy turned his head. McFadden was fouled to take the traveling shot.
First foul on Higgins. Now we'll take a timeout. 15:47 to go here in the first half. The Volunteers have opened up a 9-point lead over the Memphis Tigers. It's 13-4. We're back after this.
Imagine autumn in East Tennessee with no color.
Thanks to Vincent Yarborough's great start, the Volunteers are off to a great start. 13-4 at the 15:47 mark of the first half. Welcome back to Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville. Randy Smith and Steve Hamer with you as Memphis takes on Tennessee tonight.
Big matchup for Tennessee. You know, Tennessee's getting ready to leave to go to Hawaii. I wish we were going with them. But this is a big matchup before they get packed off and ready to go. But, you know, Calipari's going to get his team ready, and they're going to make a comeback here shortly.
Tennessee 5 of 7. All of them by Harris and Yarborough.
Well, Randy, you mentioned before the game started, they've lost a couple of close basketball games. So they're used to playing tough competition early, which is going to help them out down the stretch in this game.
In and out they go. Kelly Wise. They take it away from him again. Tony Harris has the basketball. Volunteers run with it. Harris all the way in. Tip no good. Yarborough kept it alive. Yarborough, it's knocked loose on the floor. Wise gets it for Memphis.
It's good hustle by Vincent to get up the floor, try to get a second chance opportunity.
Earl Barron in the game now for the Tigers. Off the baseline, jumper by Kelly Wise is good. His first points of the game. And it's 13-6.
That's what they need from Kelly Wise. He's going to stabilize them down in the post. Good basketball player, averaging around 17 points a game. Good turnaround hook shot there.
Yarborough for 3. Short. Hathaway goes for the rebound and picks up his second foul. That was his first. First foul on Charles Hathaway. We go the other way, and after falling behind 10-0, Memphis has a chance now. And Ron Slay is into the game. Memphis with a chance to cut that Tennessee lead to either 4 or 5.
Well, the basketball players slash cheerleaders back in now right now, so crowd loves him.
Slay watches as Scooter McFadden goes right by him for the basket.
That wasn't very good defense there.
A fair effort at drawing the charge, but not good enough.
Yes.
That one's tipped away by Wise as Tennessee tries to go down low to Isaiah Victor.
But you can kind of see, Randy, Memphis is kind of settling down here. They're only down by 5 points now. 14 minutes left in the game. Good coach, sign of a great coach, got his team to settle down.
Deep pass comes to Harris. There you see the turnovers, 5-2 Memphis. Harris with a fake to travel. And once again, Memphis up the floor, down 5. Tennessee with some pressure in the backcourt. Here's Wise in the middle, drops it off to Barron. Over Slay, no good. Victor with a rebound.
Calipari's livid over that one. I think he got away with a foul there in Ron Slay.
Harris all the way off the left hand. Tip no good. Saved by Harris. Great feed. Victor. Tennessee can't buy one. Barron with a rebound.
I'll tell you why they can't buy one, because a lot of circus shots are going up on their end.
The lob to Wise. The foul by Victor on the alley-oop. And Kelly Wise is going to get 2 shots at the free throw line. Second foul on
with any type of element.
Barron got the rebound off the miss. They go to Wise again. Memphis has made it a 4-point game. McFadden, it's short. Cuts last by Tennessee. They'll give it to the Tigers. Inbounds to Chapman. Chapman works against Harris. Scooter McFadden with it. Tony Harris almost got the steal. It's off Harris's leg, out of bounds, and Memphis gets it back.
A couple tough breaks for the Volunteers now.
Back down to 23.
Good call, Randy.
On the baseline, Wise travel. Turnover. 6 turnovers now for the Tigers.
You know, looking at Calipari, he's just telling the team
9 ball game. Hayslip out front. John Higgins with it. Hayslip down low to Higgins. Knocked away on a good.
Had wide open opportunities in the paint.
Harris works. The rebound by Wise. John Grice in the game now for Memphis. All the way against Higgins. Missed the shot. Barron with a follow underneath. And Memphis has chopped 10 down to 2. It's 13-11.
Good rebound by Barron. He got the rebound over 3 Tennessee guys that were standing there that should have had the rebound and should have blocked out.
Memphis on a 7-0 run. Hayslip off the glass, missed it. The rebound by Wise. The foul reaching in. Game now for Tennessee. Also coming in, Dennis Grindstaff. There's a steal. Right away by Terrence Woods. Hayslip off the glass and in.
Good shot by Marcus Hayslip.
First 2 of the game for Hayslip. Tennessee with mass substitutions. Only guy that was on the floor prior to the substitution is Ron Slay. Chapman follows. Inside to Wise with a little dipsy-do, and it's a 2-point game again.
Well, again, if there's one thing that Memphis is going to have as a staple tonight, is second chance opportunities.
Slay for 3 out front. Ron Slay. Boy, he feeds off this excitement.
Yes, he does.
Kelly Wise to Barron all the way in. Nice ball movement. No defense whatsoever by Tennessee.
Whatsoever. You know, that was way too easy. That was way too easy.
18-15. Volunteers with a 3-point lead. Tennessee's led all the way in this one. Slay with a fake. The foul on Chapman before the shot by Ron Slay. Tennessee 2 out of 5 from the charity strike. Grice for 3. That a brick off the side of the glass, rebounded by Grindstaff. Great feed to Woods. Missed it. Memphis for the rebound.
Great feed by Dennis Grindstaff, but you know what? I don't think that Terrence Woods was ready to catch that.
Out front, trailing jumper by Barron. No good. Hayslip with a rebound.
You know, you kind of get the feeling, Randy, that neither team has just grabbed control of this basketball game right now. It's still up for grabs.
Slay with a lob from Hayslip. Slay inside, muscles it up and in. Ron Slay has sparked Tennessee 5 points off the bench.
That's what he wants to do. That's what he does best. He gets inside, muscles around, and plays tough. Now he's out there wolfing a little bit.
That one misses, no good. Slay had the rebound knocked away by Barron. A big pile up in the foul against Memphis. And a little bit of extra by Earl Barron.
You know, we said at the beginning, at the top of the show here, these guys don't like each other. I tell you, they flat out don't like each other. And
back after this. Halfway through the first half, and it has really been a tale of 2 halves thus far. In the first 4 minutes of the game, Tennessee was 5 of 7 from the floor. Memphis 1 of 5 as the Volunteers opened up a big lead. Since then, Memphis is 5 of 12 and the Volunteers 3 of 11. And Tennessee with a 5-point lead.
And then they've struggled for that 5-point lead as well, I might add.
44% for the Volunteers. The Tigers shooting 35%. Both teams now playing decent defense. Tennessee had some great defense early, but there have been some lapses in defense in the last 5 minutes.
And once, you're bound to have some breakdowns.
5-point lead. Tennessee with the ball and the lead with 10:15 to go first half. Harris Walker, nice dish to Slay. Inside, knocked away, and a foul against Memphis. I tell you what, the officials are determined not to let this game get out of hand like the one last year did in Memphis.
On the floor, but he backs it up with his play. Physical player, and he gets the job done in the post.
7 points for Slay. Opens up a 7-point Tennessee lead. He scored the last 7 for the Volunteers. Off the bench. works on Harris Walker out front for Memphis. Jones in front, bangs down the jumper. Jamel Jones, a 6'9" senior.
Good shot by Jones, knocking down a 15-footer. You know, it's kind of a lost art in the basketball game right now in the senior college basketball because everybody wants to take the three or make a dunk shot.
Nothing in between.
Yes.
Harris Walker with a miss, had a good shot, wouldn't go down for him. McFadden with the basketball for Memphis as the Tigers trail it by 5. Down low, Grice spins, shoots, blocked by Hathaway, out of bounds. Charles Hathaway timed it beautifully and knocked it away.
Good job by Charles Hathaway as helping out. He's kind of keeping his eye on him over there. I don't know. Let's take a look at this and see if it's goaltending. I think it might have been. I don't know, Randy. What do you think?
It might still be good. Calipari said it was definitely goaltending.
He would.
Chapman, foul. Swish.
No jinx.
3-point game. 22-19. Tennessee with the lead of the ball as Tony Harris brings it into the front court. Harris down low to Slay. Slay muscles it up. Blocked beautifully done. The block by Jamel Jones. 6 rebounds for Barron. 8 turnovers now for Tennessee as the for Memphis rather, as the Volunteers get it back. Dennis Grindstaff will come out.
Yes, he has.
With 7 points.
And he deserves to play more. I'll tell you who I'm impressed with, though, is that McFadden from Memphis. He's a freshman stepping in a big-time basketball game, and he's playing well. He's had a few turnovers, but still he's keeping the game in control.
Look away pass. Slay turns the jumper. No good, but a foul. And Ron Slay, who hit his last 2 trips at the free throw line, will get another opportunity. Jamel Jones gets the foul.
And beneath there from Vincent Yarbrough to Ron Slay. Strong move. What you want to see him do is take the ball towards the basket, and not fade away like that. Luckily, he was fouled for Ron Slay.
Slay with 7, the last 7 Tennessee points. Has 8.
There you go, Tuco.
Swish, Ron Slay hits a pair. Slay will sit down with 9 points. Isaiah Victor comes back in for the Volunteers as they open a 5-point lead again, 24-19. Some pressure. Chapman had it knocked away, stolen. Turnover number 9 for the Tigers. Yarbrough works to Victor. Yarbrough in the corner. Down low, Hathaway muscles it up and no good. Followed by Hathaway.
That all started with a great interior pass by Vincent Yarbrough. Again, he's making some great passes. Charles Hathaway was able to finish. Good job by the big fella.
Tyrone Chapman will launch a 3. It's off the back of the rim. No good. Kept alive by Barron. Hathaway with a rebound.
Look at the big fella go to work. I'm telling you, he's doing it all on both ends of the floor. Great job.
Higgins down low. Victor in the lane. One-hander short. A foul. It'll be John Grice guilty of the foul. And Isaiah Victor goes to the line. First foul on Grice.
You know, this is one of those critical points in the basketball game where Memphis has to settle this down right now.
They got it. Tennessee has made 6 straight free throws after the 2 misses by Slay. And a turnover. Kelly Wise travel with it. And credit Tennessee with a great double team in the front court. Timeout. 7:56 to go first half. Tennessee's lead is 9 as the Volunteers have opened up a 28-19 lead over Memphis. We'll be back in just a moment. We talk about what a great job Charles Hathaway has done, and he really makes this one work with this tremendous hustle on the boards.
Take a look at
this. Did you grunt like that when you went back up with one?
Hey, I tried to.
2 of 4 from behind the arc. 10-3. Tennessee's defense forcing 10 turnovers. There's the alley-oop. Really not a good pass. Yarbrough with a save. Sticks it back up and in. Count it plus the foul.
Well, if anybody needs to do their homework, it was probably John Calipari on this. Tennessee loves to come out of a timeout with an alley-oop play. As we see it here, not really a good pass by but Johnny on the spot here, Vincent Yarbrough, was able to clean it up and get the 3-point opportunity.
Yarbrough with a shot at a 3-point play. Got it. 11 for Yarbrough.
Come on, Bree.
game of streaks for Tennessee.
Yes, it has. And Randy, as I mentioned before, you know, Tennessee goes on these runs, and somebody from Memphis better settle them down.
Mississippi makes 1 out of 2. Makes it a 1-point game. Yarborough leaves after picking up his second foul. John Higgins back there. Actually, Terrence Woods back in the game now. Knocked away, saved into the backcourt. Tony Harris will field it.
Good heads-up save by Kelly Wise, because you never want to save the basketball underneath your defensive basket.
Harris works it down low to Isaiah Victor. Victor spinning, floating in the lane, missed it, no good. Hathaway kept it alive, finally rebounded by Barron. 7 rebounds for Earl Barron. Chapman spinning. Good defense, Tennessee. Courtney Trask will back it out. Down to 6:40 to go first half. Trask behind him to Wise on the travel. Pass a little bit behind him, forced him to take an extra half step. 12 turnovers in the game for Memphis thus far.
And if they keep this up, they're never going to score again with all these turnovers. I mean, that, you know, like I said before, John Calipari is trying to get this team to calm down. And when they're settled, they play good basketball.
Tony Harris drops it off to Higgins between the circles now. 6:24 to go first half. Tennessee by 11. Higgins, quick three. On the backside, the rebound goes to Memphis. Shannon Foreman picks it. Wise missed the shot. Barron is there to follow, no good. Barron again, no good. Tony Harris with a rebound. Oh, great pass. Foreman took it away. Great idea by Harris as he tried to hit Terrence Wood.
And again, Randy, this has become a track meet. You know, these guys are getting up and down the floor, but hadn't been a field goal in the last 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Barron to Wise. Tennessee's done a good job on him defensively tonight. Trask looks for help. Foreman blocked by Hathaway, kept alive, finally rebounded on the backside by Harris.
Another good job by Charles Hathaway. He's kind of looming over here on the other side of the floor and lulls you to sleep into thinking that, hey, I'm not going to come over there and block it, but he rejects it every time. Good job by Hathaway.
The Tennessee front court has been dominant for the most part of this game. As you see, outscoring Memphis by 11. Victor in front, offensive foul, Isaiah Victor. And so does Marcus Haislip. 9-point lead. 9-point. Here's the dunk by Madibo Diarra.
Tell you what, you don't have to speak English to do that.
But I had to stop and think about how I was going to pronounce his name. The lead down to 9. Out front, Terrence Woods off the pick by Haislip. Missed it. Kept alive. Beautifully done down the sideline by Kelly Wise. And here comes Memphis with another run. Chapman looks for help. Courtney Trask works it to Wise on the left side.
Memphis kind of looks out of sync right here on this offensive end here.
Wise traveled again.
That's Kelly Wise's 3rd travel of the game.
5 turnovers just for Kelly Wise tonight. 13 for the team. Harris to Higgins. 4 minutes to go first half. Harris missed it. Tipped up, no good. Almost went in by Haislip. Stolen by Higgins. Harris from the corner. No good. Tipped up and in. Haislip missed the tip a moment ago. Got it to go down. 4 points for Haislip.
That's what he does best. He gets in there, uses those long arms, and gets those baskets in the paint.
On the board.
Haislip started this thing on the 3-point line, and all of a sudden he's climbing over backs and making tough shots. And I have to agree with Calipari. He's probably over the back there.
Yep. Over the back of the arm.
As I mentioned, he better do a better job of calming down. If there's one thing I know about Patillo as an official, he'll give you one opportunity to calm himself down. After that, you know, it's technical time.
Now Calipari's arguing his point with one of the other officials.
That's a moot point. Have you ever seen an official take away a technical foul?
Oh, the crowd's on him. That might be his intention. Harris misses the second. So 1 out of 2 for Tony Harris. 6 for him in the game. And the technical on Coach Calipari. Now we go to the other end where Memphis will be there to shoot. Scooter McFadden will be at the line. And Jerry Green just kind of sitting around watching.
Taking it all in.
I'm glad somebody else is getting the heat. McFadden gets 2 free throws. He has 4. And with that, we'll take a timeout. 3:36 to go first half. Tennessee's lead is 10 over the Memphis Tigers here at Thompson Bowling Arena. We're back after this. Right here on CSS, more college basketball for you at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's women's college basketball with UAB facing 15th ranked Auburn. Then at 10 p.m. Pitt at Penn State. Tennessee by 10. Tony Harris into the front court now for the Volunteers. Guarded by McFadden. Hayslip for 3. Swish.
He's got that awkward jump shot, but it goes in. You know, he's worked hard all summer on getting that three-point shot down pat, and he's done a good job of it.
Big basket gives Tennessee its biggest lead, 37-24. 7 for Hayslip. Wise in the corner. Courtney Trask guarded by Grindstaff. So now for Tennessee. Knocked away by Hayslip. Saved by Diarra.
The defensive pressure by Tennessee has definitely stepped it up to another level right now.
Nice follow by Kelly Wise off the missing runner by Trask. 7 for 1.
Someone had better get a body on Kelly Wise because he can do that all night.
Woods for 3. Switch. Nothing but the net right there. 2 straight three-pointers for the Volunteers, and they lead by 14. First 3 of the game by Terrence Wood.
Again, Randy, it's danger time right now. They're down by 14 with about 3 minutes left.
Kelly Wise blocked by Hayslip. Diarra's got it in front. Diarra up. Oh, what a shot by Madibo Diarra.
Great move. I mean, he faked the guys out as if he was passing it out and went in with a little dip-to-do, as you call it.
4 points for Diarra, the freshman from Mali, West Africa. They drop it down low off the glass and in by Marcus Hayslip. Tennessee has had 3 streaks going. One by Yarbrough, one by Slay, and now one by Hayslip. He has 9. A whistle. And a foul away from the ball against Memphis. It'll be on Shannon Foreman. And Ron Slay talking to the official like they're buddies or something, you know?
Meanwhile, the official said, I've had enough.
Right. Ron Slay playing the role of peacemaker just doesn't fit. Steen. Foreman works against Hayslip, up and in. Shannon Foreman with a basket. He's got 6. Lead back to 14 with a minute and a half to go first half. Terrence Woods all the way, blocked from behind by Foreman. Lost it out of bounds. It'll belong to Tennessee.
Looks like he's down, too.
Last year's Sweet 16 team for Tennessee. Harris with the inbound to Grindstaff. Tennessee with a lot of quickness in there now. 3 basic guards, basically. Blocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Tennessee.
Fans are getting a little upset again. I think it's a good no call. Genesis going in kind of out of control. Looks to me like they got all ball. A little contact down below, but the official's going to let them play. But they've got to get control of this basketball game.
This team. Foreman 2 for 2 makes it a 12-point game with 71 seconds to go first half. Harris off the pick. The 3 off to the left, no good. Saved by Courtney Trask. Sharon Chapman, rather than Trent.
I think Harris is kind of pushing the issue right now. He needs to calm down a little bit. And again, let the game come to him.
Running one-hander misses by Scooter McFadden. Follows up inside by Wise, who tied. Wise got a pair. 9 points for him. 41 seconds to go. Tennessee by 10.
Well, as bad as Memphis has played in this first half, they're only down by 10.
Harris with a fake. Harris Walker for three. Off the back and out. Shots. He had 2 early assists. Has not had any since. Memphis with a chance to go in with some momentum here. They're basically can take the last shot if they will. Chapman off the glass, no good. Tip, no good. Wise saves it. He's going to launch it from the corner. It's no good with 3 seconds. Follow up in front, no good. Follow up by Wise is no good. Memphis misses about 4 or 5 shots right at the buzzer, which would have cut that Tennessee lead to 8. But Memphis did make a run, cutting 5 points off the Volunteer lead. It's a 10-point game here at halftime. The Volunteers lead at 44-34 here in intermission at Thompson Bowling Arena. Stay with us. We'll be back with our halftime activities in just a moment. A 10-point lead over the Memphis Tigers, 44-34. After the Volunteers opened up a 10-0 lead in the first 5 minutes of the game. They pretty much played even, 34 all, and it's a game of streaks thus far for both teams.
It has been a game of streaks, and as you said before, as I said before, Memphis has played so bad in this game, but yet they're still only down by 10 points. It's a new half. Memphis has got to do a better job of settling down, handling UT's pressure. I think they'll be okay.
We're going to take a look at the last sequence for Memphis. Half being a little bit sloppy, but there's a lot of talent out there on the floor.
There is, and that's been the case for Tennessee for the last few years. And I get a little frustrated with them because I know how much talent there is there, and I just think that if a couple of their guys really committed themselves, I think we've seen it from Tony Harris this year. I thought he played a very smart first half, didn't force much. I think Tony's really matured, and if Isaiah Victor and Vincent Yarborough could follow him along and follow his example, I think this is one of the 3 most talented teams in the country. I really believe that. And if they just would follow along, play hard, play smart, I think it's a team that could make the Final Four.
Now, are you here to cover a story on them, or or maybe Calipari, or?
Well, I thought I'd get a chance to go around and see different people, and I thought it would be a good chance to see 2 teams. And I don't know if you know this or not, but Tennessee's like a second home to me. I spent 3 years in Memphis, almost 4, and so I've got a connection to the Memphis program and interest in the Tennessee program from that time, and Tony is a guy that I first saw play when he was in 9th grade, and as a matter of fact, I was talking to some radio people today, and they said they were talking about the Purdue getting 2 commitments from freshman players, and I said, I'll tell you what, if I was a college basketball coach, when I saw Tony Harris play as a freshman, I would have got a commitment from him as soon as I could.
Well, Tennessee got the commitment once and then had to go back and work for it again when Jerry Green came in. When Kevin O'Neal left and went to Northwestern. Quickly, give me your impression of college basketball and maybe the best teams you've seen in the first, say, for 20% of the season.
Well, I was out in Maui, so I got a chance to see Arizona. I still haven't seen them whole. They didn't have Lauren Woods. I've seen Illinois, who I think is very good. I think Illinois is on a level with Tennessee and with Duke and with Arizona. Illinois is very good. But I think these guys, as I said, if they play with head and with heart, I think they're as good as any team in the country, and I think that they have limitless possibilities.
And do you see any team that's a lock on the Final Four?
Oh, I don't think you can ever say that. Even Duke, a couple of years ago, 98, 99, there's always that possibility that they could stumble, they could meet a bad matchup. So there's no such thing as a lock. But I think the 4 teams that I just mentioned, they'd be the teams that I would believe would be the safest bet. But again, Tennessee has to polish up some things, and they've got a lot of work to do, but their talent is spectacular, and they go so deep. I don't think there's a deeper team in the country than Tennessee.
Well, Mike DeCourcy from the Sporting News, welcome back home to Tennessee.
Thank you.
Welcome to Knoxville, and enjoy your trip.
Thank you very much.
All right, Tennessee by 10. We're at halftime as they lead the Memphis Tigers at Thompson Bowling Arena. You stay with us. We'll be back with more from Knoxville right after this. Wow. Vincent Yarborough had the first streak with 7 straight to help Tennessee build a 10-0 lead.
Great alley-oop here. Bad catch. Vincent Yarbrough finished. Good job of Vincent Yarbrough.
The other end, Memphis. Diarra with a great feed. Watch this pass right here. Or the shot as he faked the pass and then got the shot.
Unbelievable move. And again, Memphis doing a great job getting down the floor and punishing UT of that press.
All right, here's your world span halftime statistics. Neither team really burning it up from the 15 with about a minute and a half to go. Cut 5 off of that. Kelly Wise with a good first half. Little fade away off the back, no good. Isaiah Victor with a rebound.
I'm anxious to see how Tennessee does on the defensive end here now. If they rebound a little bit better, if they got chewed out by Jerry Green at halftime for that lackluster performance in the first half in boxing out.
Here's once again. Kelly Wise.
Good backdoor cut by Wise.
The shot misses by Sharon Chapman. Rather, it was McFadden. On the right side, Higgins. Tennessee with the basketball. Vincent Yarbrough out front, Tony Harris.
Well, you know, Tony Harris is looking to have a better half this half than he did the first half.
Yarbrough gets his first basket in a long time, 13 for him. And the Volunteer lead a dozen once again.
That was a tough shot. Squared his shoulders to the rim there and knocked it down.
McFadden works around the pick. 2 fouls on Hathaway. Yarbrough almost got the steal. Memphis gets the ball back.
Dub in the 8.
Once again, the Tigers inbound. Courtney Trask takes it.
Again, Randy, these first 5 minutes are absolutely huge for the Tigers as well as the Volunteers. One of these teams has got to make a statement early and calm themselves down and get on track for the rest of the half.
Shannon Foreman in the corner, threw it away. Pass was intended for Diarra.
Memphis is starting much like they did in the first half with a couple turnovers early.
15 turnovers in the game. Leads to the basket by John Higgins. The Volunteer lead back to 14.
Memphis just fell asleep on that one and let a small guy, John Higgins, just go all the way to the paint.
Diarra, a little fading one-hander over Hathaway. Makes it a 12-point game again. 11 points for Modibo Diarra, who was averaging less than 2 a game. Kelly Wise with 11. Turnaround. Up front, Vincent Yarbrough works. Little running one-hander misses. The rebound to Wise.
Again, Randy, you'd like to see the taller guys go to the basket, not run away from it.
Tremendous block by Victor. Harris with a great effort trying to save it, but the crowd liked it nevertheless. Here's a look.
Good hustle by Isaiah. He almost blocked that with his elbow. Great block.
Harris Walker comes in. Tony Harris sits down for the Volunteers as we get another look at the block by Victor.
You almost get the feeling, Randy, that Memphis is so frustrated right now. They're trying to try new things at work, and nothing's working right now. They're just turning the ball over every time.
Harris Walker, Tennessee 3-on-2. Walker to Hathaway. Look at the big fella crash the boards.
Look at the big fella crashing
the floor.
An earthquake in here.
The foul is on Shannon Foreman, his third, as we take another look.
Well, you often think if you're a guard, what coaches tell guards is to never pass the ball to a big guy that's streaking down the floor. Hathaway does a great job of catching the ball and going strong to the hole.
Hathaway's going to get 2 shots. 1 out of 2 for Hathaway. Wise with another rebound. 13 rebounds for Kelly Wise in this game. He's been a monster on the board.
Memphis had 3 turnovers in a row here. Let's see if they get a better offensive shot. Good rebound for Wise.
14 rebounds. The miss, however, comes into the hands of Isaiah Victor at Tennessee. Harris Walker. What a shot by Walker. My goodness. First 2 points of the game for Harris Walker.
Great shot.
Walker's having a good year for Tennessee. Coming off the bench, he was averaging over 8 points a game, and here's why. Shots and moves like this one.
It's a great shot. You almost think, hey, wait a minute, don't take it in there, but using the basket there to shield, great job here by Harris Walker, Chattanooga native.
That is a big-time shot by Harris Walker, the sophomore.
I had moves like that as well. I mean, show it.
51-36. You had moves like that, but they weren't as fast as that, right? They look kind of like my moves.
They looked as though they were in slow motion there. That's what it was.
I could do that if you give me about 3 minutes. Tennessee's lead 15. That equals their biggest.
If you coach Calipari, what you're looking for is something to stop the bleeding right now.
Tennessee with pressure. Tennessee in the second half, 3 out of 4. Memphis 1 out of 6. Tigers again having trouble getting it in. Almost a walk, and there was a turnover. John Higgins with tremendous defensive heat forces turnover number 17 for the Tigers.
That was a look of dismay from Calipari. I'm telling you, he's just telling the guys constantly to calm down, make the good passes, don't try to overdo things.
And Tennessee turns it over as they try to go inside, and Kelly Wise comes out with a basketball. 9 turnovers for the Volunteers. Chapman to Wise off the baseline. Chapman will launch it from about 15. Switch. Actually, it was a 3. It was further out. 5 points for him.
Now that was a good 1-2 tandem there. You pass in the post, they come down, they double team you, you pass it out, knock down the 3.
12-point game. Tennessee going inside. Victor to Hathaway. Yarborough works against Foreman. Foreman's got 3 fouls, so Yarborough knows it. Baseline Yarborough. Walker.
Great pass.
No look to Yarborough for the slam. Great assist by Harris Walker. 15 for Vincent Yarborough.
Great pass.
Wise to Chapman. Tennessee's lead 14. Foreman. Nice. Soft touch off the glass. 10 for Foreman.
Again, Vincent Yarborough just looks lost out there sometimes on defense. He's got to do a better job of establishing himself in the post, playing better post.
Tears have a 12-point lead, and watch this dish to Yarborough.
Let's take a look at where Vincent Yarborough starts and where he finishes there. Ends up with a great pass from, again, the Chattanooga native, doing a great job, Harris Walker.
Walker played at Brainerd High School about the same time Vincent played at Cleveland High School. Hayslip takes the deep inbounds pass, gives it to Harris Walker. Down on the block, Victor. Hayslip almost lost it, and Kelly Wise right there. And there's the reach around the offense. And Tony Harris has been conspicuously absent.
He has been.
The lineup for a while.
You got to wonder if Jerry Green's kind of frustrated with him right now because he's not taking as good shots as you would like. And you certainly hope that he would have an outstanding game going against the scorer.
Hayslip
Place of being in.
And not talked about at halftime.
But again, Randy, here's that lineup where you don't know if Ron Slade or Marcus Hayslip is going to be the center on the floor. And one of these guys has got to take charge as far as rebounding.
Memphis with a chance to cut that Tennessee lead to 10 or 9 with a 3. Foreman, yes.
Tough shot, tough shot.
Shannon Foreman with a dozen. And it's a 10-point game again. Harris Walker on the right side. Dennis Grindstaff will check in at the next opportunity for Tennessee. Higgins, quick 3. Off the back, no good. Long rebound by Walker.
That 3-point attempt by John Higgins is little bit too quick.
Yarbrough misses an air ball and a foul against Memphis. Somebody's shoving. And that somebody is Chiron Chapman. See?
Jerry Green doing yet more experimentation here by only having one starter on the floor.
That starter, Yarbrough, lost the ball. Big tumble into the table right in front of us. Great hustle that time by Paris London. The basketball.
It's coming right at us, Randy. Tell you what, you know, were it not for this barrier.
They may have missed that one. I believe London touched that before he went out of bounds.
Were it not for that barrier, I think we'd be 10 rows back.
Paris London, 6'8", 240. Bigger than I am. Well, he's tall. Trask on the baseline, a travel. He tried to get it into Kelly wide.
That is scoring points while they're not.
And a steal. Taken away by John Grice. Takes it to the hole. Blocked by Harris Walker, and the foul on Harris Walker. 2 on him.
Yeah, but he does a good job of hustling back. Tries to make a block on the shot and commits the foul with the body, it appears.
Mission director still recuperating from some back surgery. Had about 3 weeks ago. And pretty much watching the game tonight, I'm sure. Interested in the Tennessee-Memphis game. Tennessee has missed the last 3 shots and had 3 turnovers in the last 2.5 minutes. Volunteers get it back with 21 on the shot clock, 12:40 to go in the game. Grindstaff off the foot, saved by Tennessee, stolen by Memphis.
Well, Randy, you know, the play is so sloppy from Tennessee right now, but, you know, you look out there on the floor, they don't have a go-to guy right now.
Go-to guy maybe coming in the game here in just a minute. Tony Harris is up. A whistle away from the ball, a foul. It will be against Memphis. The foul's going to be on Paris London, I think. Second foul. And Tony Harris comes into the lineup now for Tennessee.
The brigade is here, I guess.
Harris struggled early in the game, but he's had some big games against Memphis in the past. Hayslip will inbound to Harris. We'll see if Tony can get something going. Memphis has cut the Volunteer lead to 9. Slade out front, puts it on the floor, drops it off to Terrence Woods, who misses the shot. Wise with another rebound, his 16th rebound.
Still more sloppy play from the balls. I believe that's 4 turnovers in a row by the Volunteers.
London down low, muscles it up and in front. And Memphis now trails only by 7. That's as close as they've been since midway of the first half. 53-46. Swish, a 3 by Tony Harris.
Great shot by Tony Harris. And big-time players step up in big-time games.
There's the 3 answered back by Memphis.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That's what's going on out there.
Again, the lead is 7. Harris works in the corner to Grindstaff. Memphis putting the heat on. Grindstaff lost the ball, picked up by Woods. Woods for 3, swish.
I don't even think he had control of that. How did he make the shot? That's incredible.
8 for Terrence Woods, the Memphis native. Tennessee's lead 10 again. Paris London muscles it up, no good, but a foul before the shot. And the foul, London got the shooter's roll, 2 for 2 for him from the line. And with that, we take a timeout. 10:54 to go in the game. Tennessee's lead is 8. We'll be back to Knoxville. And you can catch more great college basketball action on CSA at 8 Eastern. It's Alabama hosting Wofford. The Mighty Terriers invade Tuscaloosa. Grindstaff will take it in. He'll bring it up the floor against Courtney Trask of Memphis. Grindstaff with a fake, dropped it off to Victor, got the layup. Kind of surprised he got the ball, but then put the layup in.
Yes, he was. Great job at Dennis Grindstaff of faking the guy out and getting a little dish there.
10-point game, Tennessee to the lead. 3 assists in the game for Grindstaff. There's the miss, the backside rebound by Chapman. Memphis will get another shot with 10:20 to go in the ball game. And away from the ball,
Hathaway could look away. Benson didn't know the ball was coming, but he's still athletic enough to catch it and put it in.
Memphis with the ball, back down 10. In the lane, London, yes. Paris London, 6 points off the bench for the big fella. It's an 8-point game.
Randy, they're scoring at will inside. You know, that should be their key. Just to get the ball inside, they score every time. Just to make it happen, and I can understand where he's coming from. You know, being from Memphis, he wants to make it happen.
Tennessee will get the ball as Memphis turns it over again. Harris brings it in. Deflected into the hands of Kelly Wise. The turnover for Tennessee. Chapman with good defensive pressure out front. Trask go down low to London. Why not? Off the glass, no good. Kept alive. Shot inside by John Grice. And Memphis is within 6. It's 61-55. 6 for Grice.
And again, Randy, no box out. You know, these guys, if they're not scoring on the first opportunity, you know, they're getting on the second and third and the fourth opportunity.
Down low, Yarbrough. They converge on a little turnaround. No good. Wise with another rebound. Kelly Wise picks it up. Chapman the lob to London. No good. Saved by Chapman. Trask for 3. Blocked by Victor. Out of bounds. It'll belong to Tennessee. Isaiah Victor got a piece of that 3. By Courtney Trask.
Take a look at this Paris London. I'm telling you, he's just beating up on people inside. Then they're just crashing the boards, and you know, it's Johnny on the spot again. Somehow, some way, Memphis putting it in.
Harris for 3. That one rims out on it. Wise with another rebound. He got 20 yet? Rice fouled before the shot. No, he turned it over. Palmed the ball. 18 rebounds for Kelly Wise of Memphis.
18 rebounds. That's incredible.
And we still have 10 minutes to go, 9 minutes to go in the game. Career high is 18. That's tonight.
Well, we told you before the start of the show. I mean, these guys get up for these games, and you know, Kelly Wise, I bet he wish he could play Tennessee every game.
Volunteers lead 6. Tennessee's got the ball. Grindstaff all the way in off the left hand. No good. London had the rebound. Swish. London now. 8 points in the last 4 minutes for him. And it's a 4-point game. Yarbrough on the right side. Terrence Woods with a fake. Yarbrough wide open. 3. Too hard. Tip no good. Sharon Chapman with the basketball. Out of the corner, the 3 is short. Rebounded by Tennessee. Higgins and Victor combined for that one.
That's one of the few times Memphis didn't get a second chance opportunity. Look at the big fella working there. Give it to him.
Charles Hathaway wanted to dunk and just laid it in there off the assist from Yarbrough. 5 for Hathaway. The Tennessee leads 6 again. Down low, Kelly Wise. Soft jumper, too hard. Off the backside, rebounded by Wood. Yarbrough. Tennessee looking to run. They push it. Yarbrough goes up. He's fouled, and Vincent Yarbrough will get 2 shots.
I think Tennessee was looking for anything to get him kick-started there, and the great dish inside of Vincent Yarbrough and the great finish by Hathaway could get him started. Take a look at the big fella go to work. When you establish post position like that, you need the ball, and he finishes well.
5 points for Hathaway. At the line for Tennessee, Vincent Yarbrough, who has 15. Swish, 1 out of 2 for Vincent. Well, we have a pair of games at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's Western Michigan at Indiana. Then at 8 o'clock, Duquesne faces Purdue. That's Friday night right here on CSS your source for sports in the Southeast. Well, the combination of John Grice and Paris London have scored the last 14 points for Memphis with 7:46 to go.
And both those guys doing a good job of second chance opportunities on the glass.
Courtney Trask works against Yarborough right side. Earl Barron back in the game for Memphis. Trask works against Yarborough. Go Kelly Wise spinning in the lane. Yes.
That's too easy.
What a sweet touch by Kelly Wise, who has 13 points to go with his 18 rebounds.
He's having a heck of a game. Heck of a game.
Again to lead 5. And stole it. Foreman took it away. Foreman's got it. The lob to Wise. Yes. It's a 3-point game, 64-61.
Well, Randy, you let a team hang around and hang around and hang around and build the confidence, and next thing you know, you look up at the scoreboard and you're losing.
Higgins working against Chiron Chapman. Slay puts it on the floor and a whistle. The foul going in. It's for the Volunteers to go with 3 rebounds. Slay with 10 as he hits the first shot. Slay will get one more. And he hits it. Tennessee's lead back to 5 again, 66-61. And Charles Hathaway comes back in for the Volunteers, replacing Isaiah Victor.
Now, to me, this is a good lineup for Jerry Green. He has a big guy in. He has Ron Slay in to help him on the boards. And he has good guard play.
Great steal. John Higgins took the pass away from Courtney Trask. Slay. Foul. Knocked to the floor.
There's one guy to get this place fired up, I tell you. You're looking at him.
Slay is going to go back to the line, and here's why.
Great steal by John Higgins. Great steal. Now he looks up the floor, says, oh, hey, I got Ron Slay here. Puts 3 guys in the air. And look at the little dance he has here.
Slay is going to get the 1 and 1. Actually, he's going to get 2, and he hits the first.
I've never seen anyone that happy to be fouled.
He's just happy to be out there. 12 points for Slay off the bench for Tennessee. The lead is 6. Slay's hit 7 of his 12 points have come from the free throw line. Swish in a pair. 13 for Slay. The Tennessee lead 7 again. Volunteers with some pressure. There's Kelly Wise. Trask chases it down. And a timeout.
Good timeout.
John Calipari wants to talk about it. 6:22 left in the ball game. As the Volunteers have a 7-point lead thanks to 4 straight free throws by Ron Slay. Well, Tennessee coming into tonight's game 6-0 on the year, trying to go to 7-0 against the Memphis Tigers and try to win number 5 in a row against their rivals from the Bluff City. Tune in this Saturday to CSS for some more great college basketball. It all starts at 2 p.m. Eastern. Penn State hosts Temple at 6 o'clock. The Hardwood Classic from Birmingham, Alabama. Auburn will play Detroit, followed by Alabama versus Akron. That's Saturday right here on CSS, your source for sports in the Southeast. 3 big games coming up on Saturday. Memphis gets the ball. 28 seconds to go on the shot clock. 6:22 left in the game.
This is a critical possession for Memphis right here. I think they need something to stop the bleeding. I'm sure Calipari designed a great play to guess who.
Trask misses the shot. Slay with a rebound. And Tennessee lost the ball. Memphis gets it back. Down 7. Foreman's going to launch a 3. Partially blocked by Yarborough into the hands of Slay. And then a reach-in foul from behind against Memphis.
You gotta love a guy with the passing Ron Slay. He gets fouled and he runs around and does his little dance and all that. That's great. Good block here. Great block. Ron Slay getting up the floor. Could have almost called that intentional. Look at that. You'd think he just scored a touchdown, 60-yard bomb or something, you know?
Slay's mother, Lolita, was a great basketball player in high school. I think played college basketball at Chattanooga. I don't know if she was that enthusiastic or not. I'd like to know. Slay will get one more. He's made a living from the free throw line tonight, 6 straight. All Slay free throws for Tennessee. The Volunteers lead 9.
Oh, nice steal.
The pick by Yarbrough. Timeout, Memphis. It's a 22nd timeout by John Calipari. Here's the pick and the steal by Vincent Yarbrough.
Reaching around, oftentimes you get caught with a foul, but he did it cleanly and with a great finish.
The Volunteer lead 11, and it comes with 5:42 to go. We've said all along this has been a game of streaks. Here's another one. Tennessee has scored 8 straight. Tennessee in turnovers with an advantage of 7. They forced 23. Memphis has forced 16.
And that is the difference in the game right there.
Ron Slay still cheerleading. Tennessee has scored 8 straight. 6 of them have come from the free throw line by Slay.
And there's a look at yet another run, 8-0 for the Volunteers.
Foreman works it in against Higgins. They've got 3 people on him at midcourt. McFadden with the ball. Foreman's got it. Tennessee playing a zone, aren't they? Little chaser. Down low, Paris London with a fake. Up and in. Count it in the foul. Paris London. Switch, he hit it. 3-point play by London. He was hit 3 out of 4 from the field, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. That was 11 points. 8-point game. Still a lot of time left. 5:07 to go.
A lot of time left.
Down low on the block. Slay's got one man to beat, and he beat him.
Good shot.
Tennessee's lead 10 again. McFadden down low, kicked away by Hathaway.
Good post feed. You see the guy with 2 hands extended. You got to give him the ball. You can't deny it. Good hook shot, and yet another dance.
There's the lob. London rejected by Hathaway, out of bounds.
Great block. That's his 3rd block. Great block by Charles Hathaway. Comes out of nowhere here. Vincent Yarbrough's got, Ron Slay's fronting the post there. Comes out of nowhere.
Turnover by Memphis. Gives the ball back to Tennessee. We'll take a timeout. 20 seconds. The timeout by Memphis. Getting the ball in, and look at Charles Hathaway.
That's a look of determination.
I am so impressed with the effort that Hathaway. That's the last time out of the game for Memphis, by the way, as they were having trouble getting the ball in. I'm so impressed with the job that Charles Hathaway has done.
He's come so far. You know, people were talking about where's Hathaway been. It took him a little longer to come back from that blood clot in his shoulder a couple of years ago, and it appears to be he's back to his old form. He's blocking shots, he's dunking, he's getting the fans in the game. You know, it's good to see him back.
The Volunteers led by 10 at the half. They had Memphis cut that lead to 3 a few moments ago. Now it's back to 10 thanks to Ron Slay, Charles Hathaway, and company. 10-point game. Still a lot of time left. 4:48 to go.
I'll tell you what, Randy, if you're John Calipari, you sure do hate to see your team go the rest of these 4 minutes, 40 seconds without a timeout.
Well, if you'd like to keep up with what's going to be on CSS each day, then the place for you to go is the CSS website at Hathaway averaging 1.5 blocks a game. Double that with 3 tonight. Chapman down low. Harris London outside the Wise. Might have had his shot partially blocked. London fights for it. Saved back into Yarbrough. And the foul against Memphis.
Tennessee's doing a better job of at least getting a body on Memphis and altering them from going to get the second chance opportunities.
Well, actually, Tennessee has put Memphis in the 1-and-1 with 8 fouls. Tennessee's in the 2-shot bonus now as Yarbrough hits the first of 2 shots. Foreman comes out with 4 fouls, and John Grice, who has really done a good job off the bench for Memphis, has 19. Yarbrough. Second shot is there. And 2 for 2 for Chapman. The lead is 10 again. 76-66, 4:20 to go.
Another critical possession by the Vols here.
Slay works it into Yarbrough. Yarbrough's going to bring it up the floor. Slay with it now. Great pass. Great feed from out front to Slay, from Slay to Yarbrough. I tell you something, Chiron Chapman is not letting Tony Harris anywhere near the basketball.
He really isn't. You know, this is a great feed here from Ron Slay. You almost thought he was going to Charles Hathaway with a rifle pass to Vincent Yarbrough.
Second shot, swish. 1 out of 2 for Yarbrough. Tennessee's lead 11. Still over 4 minutes to go in the ballgame. The double team. Grice has it to the front court to Kelly Wise. The 3 by Chapman. Swish. Their own Chapman knocks down the 3. It's an 8-point game. And then Chapman, a little too much pressure on Tony Harris, will send Harris to the line.
But I'm sure he'll take a win nonetheless.
Well, he's got it. Tigers with the ball with 3:47 to go, trying to cut into a 10-point volunteer lead. Harris London, John Grice for 3. Too hard. Rebounded by Slay. Tennessee's got the numbers. 2-on-1. Slay dips to Yarbrough.
Great pass from Ron Slay. Didn't try to be too fancy, just got the ball there with 2 hands, and good finish by Vincent Yarbrough.
23 for Yarbrough. Tennessee by a dozen. McFadden, too hard. Hathaway with a rebound.
Now you want to see Tennessee slow it up just a tad, use some of that clock.
On Slay. Harris and Higgins play catch with it. Higgins has got it out front. Down to 17 on the shot clock. Harris drives the baseline all the way off the left hand. It's no good, but a foul.
Yeah, so athletic, can take the ball coast to coast. Great dish, great finish from Vincent Yarbrough.
Foul was on Kelly Wise of Memphis, his 4th. That one bounces in. Harris and Chapman have guarded each other and guarded each other well the last 10 minutes of this game.
And they talked a lot of trash, too.
Harris London, they converge on him, saved by McFadden. Chapman out front. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Chapman for 3. Hathaway with a rebound.
And again, you're going to see Tennessee slow the ball up here a little bit. Make sure if they get any shot, it's going to be a good shot.
Down the lane, Harris foul going in.
To get their average.
Has 15, is over his average now as the Volunteers extend that lead now to 16 points, their biggest of the game. 2:08 to go. Chapman out front, in and out, no good. Higgins with a rebound. Last 4 trips for Memphis up the floor, 1 and done. The lob to Slay and missed the backward slam.
Tried to get fancy with it, and you thought he's going to catch it, but ends up leading to a tray on the other end.
Tyrone Chapman with a 3. Harris tries to fight his way out of the double team, and he's fouled by Chapman.
It's a good thought by Tony Harris. Great pass. But what you want to see, Ryan Slay, instead of being fancy, bring it down, then get your dunk. Instead, it leads to a 3 on the other end.
Harris with another 1 out of 2 that trip. 16 for Harris. 16-point Tennessee lead. Grice working on Higgins. Nice shot by John Grice, who's had a good game off the bench. 8 points for him.
Good move.
Harris takes it in, pulls it out, looks for help.
That's a good decision. Good decision. Don't want to risk a turnover. Bring it back out. Use some of that clock because the clock is definitely becoming an ally.
Harris out front, works on Chapman. 1:09 to go in the game, down to 9 seconds on the shot clock. Slay saves it. Slay off balance, one-hander doesn't go. Memphis with a minute to go with a basketball. Okay, Chapman in his pocket, picked by Yardlaw. Volunteers are going to make it 5 in a row over the Tigers.
But each one of those battles has been tough.
Bench points tonight. Tennessee's bench outscored by Memphis, and Tennessee's bench did a good job.
Did a great job.
Calipari's developing some depth over there for the Tigers. They're going to be tough.
Well, you're going to see this battle over the years just get more and more intensified.
Yarbrough inbounds. Here's Harris. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Memphis has got the ball. Doesn't matter. The lob to Jones. Missed it. Out of bounds. Grice saves it. Tennessee's going to be 7-0 after this one. Chapman in the lane. Got the basket. Tennessee's final margin is going to be a dozen. The Butler an extra 10. Tennessee wins it by 10 after leading by 10 at halftime. 86-76 your final score as the Volunteers go to 7-0. Memphis now 2-4 on the year in John Calipari's first season. Coming up next, we'll join St. Joseph's at Rutgers in progress. CSS is your source for sports in the Southeast. For Steve Hamer in Knoxville, I'm Randy Smith. Good night, everybody.